Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to my awesome subscribers, and welcome if you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist. I'm happy to have you. After today, you're family, so please consider subscribing. This video is part of the multicultural collaboration, which I will talk a bit more about, but I'm happy to be sharing DIYs about my culture with you today. So without further ado, let's get into the video. DIY number 1. I'm reusing a mirror frame I had and this merry and bright sign from the Dollar Tree and some green, yellow and black apple barrel acrylic paints. I removed the tag and then sanded down the frame to remove some of the sheen. I didn't paint the frame because it's already black and it's already black. I then removed those little thingamajig because I won't be needing those. And now I'm ready to paint. Here I'm trying to just revive my brush. I was talking to myself that day when I was crafting that I really need to take better care of my brushes because after I'm done, I don't wash them out properly and they get stiff. Anyways, I digress. Oops, I made a mess, as my granddaughter would say. So I painted the bright in green. Gave it one coat first, and then I realized that I needed to cover those little areas that I didn't want to get the paint on. Then I painted the Mary in yellow and the or the ampersand as it's called in black. Then I just used up the rest of the black paint to touch up that area. And then of course for quick drying as usual I use my heat gun. Boy, having this heat tool really helps me out a lot because I don't have the time to wait for paint to dry naturally. I don't know if I'm the only one. I know I'm not the only one who don't want to wait for paint to dry, but this heat tool really helps. And if you don't have a heat gun, you can always use a blow dryer. Here I'm using Waverly water-based sealant to cover the paint. And on that note, yay, I'm officially a plaid ambassador. Plaid, for those who are not aware, is the manufacturer of Waverly and apple barrel products that many of us crafters use. I was crafting on that day, bemoaning about getting some more paint because I was running low, when my box of paints arrived. Ooh, I was so happy. But unfortunately, all of those videos I was doing on that day, including my unboxing, got corrupted. Alright, so then I just used up the rest of the sealant on the frame. I then cut down pieces of a skewer to support the sign when I laid it down, and then I glued those on. Here I'm just using my embossing tool to remove the excess glue. I then added a bow, or I'm adding a bow from the pack I got from the Dollar Tree, but I couldn't decide whether I needed to use the green or the red. I settled on the green one in the end, then glued on a piece of jute twine at the back for hanging. I then used a dry chip brush to remove the glue webs. And we're done. So like I mentioned earlier, the Multicultural DIY Challenge is being hosted by Danielita of Danielita AF and Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World. We were asked to create something inspired by our heritage for the holiday season, and I'm happy to be able to showcase a little of my culture with you today. Here I'm sharing the words to the national anthem of Jamaica, which is actually a prayer. Do you know any fun facts about Jamaica? Write down what you know in the comments below. To DIY number 2. Now, this is a redo of a project I did in the video was included in the clips that got corrupted. Here I'm just using a 5x3 canvas from the Dollar Tree, some yellow, green, and black apple barrel acrylic paints. If you are new here, on my channel I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, and look for less. And if you are all things DIY on a budget and have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell and select all so you'll be notified every time I upload new videos. And I'm just showing you what the first project looked like when I did it the first time. This is a smaller canvas which was painted in the same 3 colors and which I chalked with Couture designs, and that video also got corrupted. Bummer. But anyway, back to this one. So I painted on the 3 colors including the outer edges, then I dried it properly. I wanted to have the paints blend in to each other, but I was too distracted and dried it too much. So here I'm just using the remainder of it to kind of just blend it in a little bit. And then I eventually went back into the Couture Christmas minis, which I purchased from a friend, Sarah at Sunflowers and DIYs. Go check out her channel. She was kind enough to send me some of the paste because what I purchased I didn't get any at that time. So I had used the piece on earth, and now I am going to be using this design with some white paint. No, I didn't get any white, so I'm using white acrylic paint instead. So here I'm just fuzzing the stencil to make sure that, you know, it doesn't stick to the surface. And then I placed it on the area and used my squeegee to apply the paint carefully, making sure that I scraped off all the excess paint. And then I peeled off the stencil and voila! Here it is. So I made sure it was dried properly, and I must say that it came out pretty good. I love it. Now, to add some nationality branding, I took my black jumbo marker and wrote the word Jamaica. And here I'm just showing you that off camera I washed the stencil carefully and placed it back on the sheet of cardboard and set it aside for future use. Now to embellish this wall art, I'm gonna call it, I'm making a little wreath from this garland I had from the 79-cent store. This roll of garland has served me well this year. I've used it in quite a lot of my DIYs. I then grabbed my trusted black and white plaid ribbon and made a little shoelace bow. I love this ribbon so much because of how easy it is to use. I purchased it from Amazon a few months ago for about $7, I believe. 50 yards of ribbon for $7. Now that is a deal. There's a link in the description box below if you're interested in that. As a matter of fact, there are affiliate links to all the tools and supplies I use in my videos. If you're interested in getting any of those, it's at no extra cost to you. And just a reminder to check out the host channels and their playlists and the playlist below after you get done watching this video. Why didn't I add some Mod Podge before I embellished? I didn't do it before, now I'm doing it after. And this one is done. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is the final reveal of the first 2 pieces that I had done. And this one is the end product of one of the clips that got lost. So what I did for this, I just took a Dollar Tree decor piece, removed the border so that I could add, this printout represents the fabric of Jamaica, added some star stickers from the Dollar Tree, and this one is done. And here is our merry and bright sign again. I love how vibrant the colors are. So there you have it, guys. Budget-friendly DIYs representing my country of birth, Jamaica. Now let me know which one of these DIYs was your favorite today. And if you like budget-friendly DIYs like these, be sure to check out this video or this playlist, and also the playlist in the description box below. Until I catch you next time. Bye.